I think a good way to start thinking about vowel digraphs is to compare them to what you already know. You know a consonant digraph is when two consonants come together to make one sound. Similarly, a vowel digraph is when two vowels come together and make one sound. One example of a vowel digraph is in the word rain. A and I come together to make the long A sound. Here are a few other examples of vowel digraphs. E in the word teeth come together to make the long E sound. In the word cried, I and E come together to make the long I sound. In the word boat, the O and the A come together to make the long O sound. Now here's a confusing one. In the word read, E and A come together to make a long E sound, but in the word bread, E and A, the same two letters, come together to make the short E sound. A few other vowel digraphs that you need to make note of. The first one is AY, as in the word day. Those two letters come together to make the long A sound. The AU in caught or taught come together to make the short O sound. And AW, as in the word law, those two letters also come together to make the short O sound. We have another category of interesting vowels called the R-controlled vowels. You could think of the word cat. The way that you pronounce the A in the word cat is a short A sound, ah. But if you change the T to an R, it changes the way that you voice the vowel. It actually causes you to close your mouth just a bit. So you're instead of saying you're saying car. A similar thing happens with the letter O. If you start out with the word fox, F-O-X, you have a traditional O sound, ah. But if you change the X to an R, you now have an R-controlled vowel, and you pronounce it for. I'm always fascinated by the vowels I, E, and U because they don't follow the rule. They actually sound identical when they become R-controlled. You can think of the word her, fur, as in the tree, and fur, as in animal fur, and the last two letters of those words sound identical. Okay, we've talked about consonant digraphs and consonant blends, and now we've covered vowel digraphs, and you would think that next would be the vowel blends, but they actually have a special name. They're called diphthongs. The diphthongs are probably the most complicated of all the phonics elements you'll study, and there's really no shortcut. You simply have to review them and go over them until they become a permanent part of your memory. The first one we have is OU, as in the word shout, and it says ow. The reason why these are called diphthongs, similar to the consonant blends, is that there are two letters and we hear two sounds. There's sort of a slide from the first vowel to the second one, and if you say it aloud you can hear it. Ow. There is a little bit of a shift. Then there's OO long, as in the word cool or room. The OO short, as in look or cook. EW, as in the word blue, says ooh, the same as OO long. Then there's OW long and OW short. OW long says oh, whereas OW short says ow. There's OI, which says oi, and also OY that says the same thing, oi. I realize I gave all of this to you very quickly, so here's a website that will help you study up on them.